Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going to dive into two of the most complicated, high-stakes processes anyone can go through, facing U.S. Immigration Court and going through an examination by the IRS. Now, on the surface, these seem like they're from completely different planets, right? But as you're about to see, the basic rules for getting through them, well, they're shockingly similar. You know the feeling. That thick envelope shows up in the mail and it's got the official seal of a government agency on it. Your heart just sinks a little. That one piece of paper, that's it. That's the starting gun for a journey into a world filled with very specific rules, procedures, and, yeah, some pretty serious consequences. So, for the two worlds we're exploring, it all kicks off with one of these documents. Over on the left, you've got the Notice to Appear, or NTA. That's what pulls you into removal proceedings in immigration court. And on the right, letter 6222, telling a tax preparer that, congratulations, you've been picked for a due diligence exam. They look totally different, but they mean the exact same thing. The clock has started, and you are now officially in the system. All right, let's tackle immigration court first. This is not just about filling out some paperwork. It's a full-blown legal proceeding where the stakes, well, they honestly cannot be any higher. So understanding the basic mechanics here is absolutely 100% critical. Okay, first things first. You have to know your A number. It's this unique 9-digit number that the Department of Homeland Security gives you, and it becomes your ID for absolutely everything that comes next. It's not just a case number for this one hearing, it's your number for the court, for DHS, for every single official thing you do. Think of it like the one single thread that ties your entire case together. And that brings us right back to that notice to appear. I mean, listen to this quote from an EOIR attorney advisor. It's perhaps the most important document in your immigration case. So why? Why is it so important? Because it spells out, word for word, exactly why the US government thinks you should be removed from the country. Every allegation, every single charge, it all starts right there on that paper. Look, knowing what the documents say is one thing, but actually getting through the process, that's a whole other ballgame. It is a minefield of procedural rules, and one tiny misstep can have absolutely catastrophic results. So what are the biggest traps people fall into? This is it. This is where cases are won and lost, sometimes before they even really get going. And these aren't small details, they are absolute game changers. First up, failure to appear. If you get that notice and you don't show up to court, the judge has to. It's legally mandatory, order you removed. Game over. Second, messing up your address change. You move, you have exactly 5 days to file the right form. You miss that window, you won't get the notice for your next hearing, and that takes you right back to trap number one, a mandatory removal order. Third, this one trips people up all the time, confusing an address change with a venue change. Just because you told the court you moved doesn't mean your case moved with you. You need a whole separate legal motion to be approved, or you're still on the hook to show up at your original court, which could be thousands of miles away. And finally, the asylum deadline. You have 1 year. Exactly 1 year from when you enter the US to file. If you miss it, that door is pretty much slammed shut for good. Each one of these is a total case-ending failure. Okay, let's switch gears completely and jump into a different world, the IRS due diligence exam. Now, that feeling of dread when you get the letter is probably the same, but the rules of the game are completely different. This isn't about getting removed, it's about intense professional scrutiny, making sure the whole tax system is working like it should. And here is the absolute key thing to get. This is not your typical audit. The IRS isn't really digging into those 25 client returns to see if the taxpayers made a mistake. No, they are investigating the tax preparer to make sure they followed every single rule and procedure. It's all about the process, not just the final numbers. And the reason for this laser focus, it's all about fighting fraud and errors, especially with huge refundable credits like the Earned Income Tax Credit. We're talking billions of dollars. The preparer is the gatekeeper, and the IRS wants to know, did they do their job properly? And the process itself is very methodical, very document-focused. First, they hit you with Form 4564, and it's basically a request for every single record you have for 25 specific clients. I'm talking worksheets, client notes, documents, everything. Then, the agent painstakingly reviews all of it, checking for compliance. And the final step? A phone interview where that agent grills the preparer on their exact processes. See the huge difference here? Immigration court is all about live hearings. This is all about the paper trail and a phone call. So you've got these two totally different systems. One decides if a person can stay in the country, and the other checks if a professional did their paperwork right. But here's where it gets really fascinating. The basic playbook for getting through all that bureaucracy, it's almost identical. Let's just break this down. In both systems, you have the right to get a lawyer, but it's always on your own dime. The government is not paying for one. Now, a major difference is language. The immigration court is required to provide you an interpreter. With the IRS, English is pretty much the default. But the biggest parallel is in your core responsibility. For immigration, it all boils down to one simple thing: show up to your hearings. For the IRS exam, it's just as simple: hand over your documents. So, we've looked at two really complex, really intimidating systems. One is driven by hearings and deadlines, the other by documents and interviews. But if you look just beneath the surface, there is a simple, powerful playbook for how to survive either one. When you strip away all the forms, all the legal jargon, all the complicated procedures, what is the one single principle that works for both? What's the real core instruction here? This is it, right here, 3 things. Show up. In immigration court, that means you are physically there for every single hearing, on time, no excuses. Be prepared. For that IRS exam, it means you have every single piece of documentation organized and ready to go. For court, it means you have your evidence and your witnesses lined up. And finally, tell the truth. In both of these proceedings, you are under oath. Your credibility is everything. This simple 3-part mantra, that is the fundamental key to getting through any complex government system. And you know, it's so important to remember why getting through these mazes even matters. Because for all the fear, for all the complexity, and all those procedural traps, this journey can actually lead somewhere incredible. It can lead to a resolution, and in some cases, it can lead to a moment just like this: becoming a citizen, a part of the national family. It's just a powerful reminder that at the end of a really long, really difficult road, there can be a truly priceless gift waiting.